Bailey, welcome to Procurex.
Very
Obviously,
much.
we've met before in another guise, and it's lovely to see you here in a professional environment. So, for the people that don't know who you are, Bailey, would you like to tell people who you are, where you work, and what brought you to Procurex today?
Yeah, so my name is Bailey Spray. I'm a category manager. I work for North Tyneside Council, so I work as the IT category manager for North Tyneside Council, and fortunately, I've been nominated as a finalist for Individual of the Year. Thank you very much. Thank you. And to be fair, I wanted to come to Procurex anyway. It was something that was sort of something that I wanted to do regardless of being nominated for the award. But obviously, having the nomination as well this evening was, just it married up. So thankfully, obviously, the authority let us come. So we're
for a national event to be recognised. Yeah. It must feel pretty good. So, was it a nomination from your team? Do you know where that nomination came from?
Yeah, so it was one of our managers in the team nominated us, and put forward my colleague Joel as well, who's up for Future Leaders Award. And he didn't have to put us forward for it, and and it was nice to be recognised, and it was nice to have that recognition that obviously the work that we're doing, as well as having done the apprenticeship, on top of that, it was making a difference, and it was recognised, and that's the bit that stood out to me, is that obviously the work I'm doing the right thing, and it's hard work as well. So
I think there's a number of people who are here today who have gone down that route of the procurement route, whether it's a CIPS qualification, a CIPS apprenticeship, or whatever, and it's amazing to see how those people have transitioned, and we've got a number of people who are head of departments and people who have been recognised for the amazing work they've done, so that's incredible. CIPS are just around the corner from us today at one of the stands, and one of the things that they've recently launched, which I think, in my opinion, is the best thing that they've done in years, is the great conversation, which is about what do we need to be talk about to move procurement and supply chain forward. Is there anything that you think, because you're in a world, and you're a modern procurement person, I think that you embrace what it is. What would you say the drivers, or what should be included in the great conversation about where procurement is?
I think it's forward thinking, and what we need to be sort of focusing on and looking into is the future of procurement as well, and what that's going to look like moving forward. Because procurement, not that I was in procurement 10 years ago, but 10 years from now, with new sort of insights, technological advances, AI, the landscape's changing, and we need to have this conversation, is bringing everything together. So, procurement professionals in our industry on the same page, and we're all on the same level. And I think the great conversation is an opportunity where we have one sort of unified voice and one unified message, that we're all working towards the same goal. It's all.
You alluded to there that you've not been in procurement very long, and I think what amazes me is that the people coming into procurement, I don't think it matters, and I think fresh eyes and fresh ideas, and the recognition that you and your colleagues like Joel are getting as being these people that are driving it forward. I think it's an amazing thing that what we're seeing, and it is that innovative, creative thought process that will take us forward. Anything on today's agenda that's particularly taken your fancy for Procurex?
So quite enjoyed the, I went to the first event over in the technology area, and it was a piece on AI, and that was something that I'm really interested in. As the IT category manager at North Tyneside Council, it's something that's within my realm, something that I have to know about, and obviously the risks as well, and the risks that using too much AI in procurement, or not enough, and the benefits, and how that's going to shape how I procure things moving forward, and whether it's going to hinder or improve processes. And for the most part, I think it's going to improve. And I'm a big advocate of using AI, but I know there are risks.
It's appropriate use, isn't it? And as you say, I think there's a lot of fear from it. We've heard some really good analogies today that when Excel came out, we were fearful of it, and now we have to embrace it. And AI is just going to be the same. It's the Iron Man suit to Tony Stark. You are Tony Stark, Bailey. We just need you in that suit to make you the superhero that you can be. The next thing I would say is that we know where we want to be. We know where where we want to drive to. What would you say the challenges are? If I said to you, you can remove one thing that gets in the way in your world at the moment, what would you say the challenges for a procurement professional are?
I think it's not so much the service area. It's having that conversation and sending the message of why we do things. And the reason why things take longer in procurement is because we have to do things right, and we have to, especially in the public sector, it's it's not our money to spend, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to justify and have those almost difficult conversations that you can't just buy something outright.
Yeah.
We have to go through a process, and we have to review other suppliers and other ways to add value, because there are other aspects like social value which we take into account that we have to consider. And I think it can sometimes be difficult and challenging with service areas, and that's not because they're doing anything wrong. It's just that conversation isn't always clear to them.
I think the thing that everybody we've talked to so far is it's big picture, it's communication, it's holistic, it's looking both ways down our supply chain, it's communicating, it's creating understanding, and I think that's the big thing. It doesn't sound like much, does it? But I think that's where we're going. Well, amazing. Thank you so much, Bailey.
Thanks,
I will look forward to seeing you soon, my friend.
Yes, excellent.